Welcome to the Deep Dive. We cut through the noise to get you the insights that matter. Today, we're tackling a story that's been, frankly, everywhere. It's this collision of Kanye West YZY, his massive influence, and the, let's say, volatile world of crypto. We're talking about the YZY token. So, our mission here is simple. Take the sources we've gathered, unpack the facts, try to understand that absolute market frenzy, and crucially, figure out what it all means for you, the person trying to make sense of it all. Because this wasn't just a launch, it was, well, a saga. Huge hype, billions flying around, then a really sharp, painful crash. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. And you know, this YZY thing, it doesn't exist in a vacuum, does it? It's really the latest chapter in this ongoing story of celebrity crypto tokens. They often feel more like a wild ride at an amusement park than any kind of stable financial instrument. And right away, it throws up those big questions. Is this legitimate? What about insider games? What are the real risks here? It's a pattern we see again and again. Understanding that is key.
Yeah, definitely a pattern. So, with that background, let's get into the start of it all, the spark and the swirl, we're calling it, how this whole new economy idea got off the ground. The sources point straight to YZY's post, August 21st, 2025, big announcement. YZY is a new economy built on chain. And the vision, it was huge. YZY is the official currency for YZY, the brand, a way to pay for merch. All part of this larger YZY money thing, Yi Pay, a YZY card, the whole 9 yards. There was even that self-filmed video Yi put out confirming it was real, which seemed necessary because a lot of people initially thought, okay, his account's been hacked. But here's the twist, right? This huge crypto push comes just months after he was very publicly saying back in February 2025 that crypto coins were scams, that they preyed on fans. He even mentioned turning down $2 million to launch some fake coin, as he put it. So that's quite a turnaround. Makes you wonder about the shift in perspective.
A massive turnaround, yeah. And the market. Predictably, it just went into overdrive. Sources show this unbelievable price surge almost instantly. YZY hits over $3 billion in market cap within an hour. Some reports say it was even faster, like 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And price increases. Yeah. Depending on who you read, it's anything from 1,000% to a staggering 6,800%, just explosive. And linking this to the tech side, choosing Solana wasn't random.
Right.
Solana's known for being super fast, really low fees. It's become a go-to platform for meme coins that need that quick viral spread. Mm-hmm. But, you know, despite the project saying not an investment opportunity, more like an expression of support, the reality was pure speculation. Everyone jumping in, hoping to ride that wave, a classic crypto frenzy.
Okay, so that frenzy was fueled by this vision, but let's look under the hood. What was supposedly backing it up? The tokenomics, the tech features they talked about. So on paper, they laid out a distribution. 70% to YZY Investments LLC, which is YZY's company, 20% for the public, 10% set aside for liquidity, seems specific. And they talked a big game about anti-sniping protection.
The plan was deploy it across 25 different contract addresses, only one official, creating a kind of lottery, a 125 chance, supposedly to help real traders against bots. Plus, vesting schedules using something called the Jupiter lock protocol, cliff periods, 24-month terms, all designed supposedly to stop insiders from dumping tokens right away. And then there were those big YZY money promises again. Yi Pay, the YZY card for spending crypto directly, cutting merchant fees. It sounded, quite sophisticated.
It sounded sophisticated, absolutely. But this is where things start to look a bit shaky when you dig deeper. Despite all that trading, all those claims, one really critical thing stands out from the sources. The token was never actually verified on Solana's official token registry.
Seriously, that's
a huge red flag, yeah. And while vesting sounds good, having 70% allocated to YZY's company from the outset, that's just an immense concentration of control, vesting or no vesting. That signals a highly centralized project, which is often counter to the whole crypto ethos.
So you have to ask, how effective is anti-sniping really, when the vast majority of the supply, and as we'll see, the liquidity, is controlled by a very small group? It might deter some small bots, maybe, but insiders. If they knew the real address, well, those technical tricks don't mean much against that kind of structural imbalance.
Right, okay. And this is where it gets really juicy. Let's get into the unpacking. The red flags, the insider stuff that everyone started talking about. Sources are just full of reports pointing to coordinated insider activity right from the start. Like Wallet 6M and WV8. That's a specific example. It buys 1.29 million YZY for about 450,000 USDC. Then apparently having advanced knowledge of the right contract address, remember the 1 in 25 chance thing, it sells over 1 million of those tokens for almost $1.4 million. That's over $1.5 million profit. very quickly.
Nice work if you can get it, eh?
Exactly. And then you've got Connor Grogan from Coinbase estimating that something like 94% of YZY tokens were held by insiders initially. Even crazier, 87% apparently controlled by just one multi-signature wallet before distribution even properly started.
A multi-sig, which is meant for shared control, ironically becoming a single point of failure or control.
Precisely. But the biggest red flag, maybe, the way they set up the liquidity pool, usually you pair a new token with something stable, like USDC right away. Here, reports say they only added YZY initially.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which basically means the team could add or pull out the USDC pairing whenever they wanted, total control over the price, power to manipulate it up or down.
That's really problematic.
Yeah.
Some sources even compared it to the Libra situation, giving the team that kind of unilateral power.
And the impact on regular folks. Nansen data showed the top 10 wallets made over $18 million profit,
Oof.
while one poor trader lost nearly $1.8 million, and thousands, like over 19,000 wallets, lost somewhere between $500 and $1 million. It really fuels that pump and dump narrative, especially when you see that only 9 of the first 99 buyers were still holding later on.
Right. They got in, got out.
Exactly. And Bubble Maps even suggested links between some insiders, like someone called Nassim, and similar sniping in other coins like Trump and Libra, suggesting maybe this wasn't their first rodeo, a well-scripted manipulation, they called it.
And the market consequences of all this.
Yeah.
Predictable, sadly. You saw that classic boom and bust YZY crashes from that $3 billion peak down to under $1 billion. Some reports say it went as low as $200 or $400 million.
So fast.
Within hours, or maybe a day at most, lost nearly 3/4 of its value almost overnight. And it wasn't just YZY holders feeling the pain. Sources suggest all that frenzy actually pulled money out of Bitcoin, Solana, even PUMP, as traders chased the hype. It had ripple effect.
Yeah, you see that sometimes.
What's also telling is Arthur Hayes, the BitMEX co-founder, publicly tweeting at Kanye, basically saying, please don't rug this.
He actually said that.
Yeah, urging him not to pull the rug. He seemed cautiously optimistic at first, maybe hoping it was different this time. But, well, the outcome speaks for itself. And it really brings up that tough question, doesn't it? In crypto, where the rules are still kind of fuzzy, what's the line between being a smart early investor and actual insider trading or manipulation?
It's so blurry.
It's incredibly blurry, especially when enforcement is lagging behind the tech. Ethics get lost in the shuffle.
That's a huge point. Which leads us to think about the bigger picture here. What does this YZY saga mean for celebrity crypto generally? And for you listening, trying to navigate this space, let's talk echoes of the past and future glimmers. Because YZY's story, unfortunately, it sounds familiar, it really echoes other celebrity coins that went down similar paths.
Ethereum Max.
Right. Ethereum Max, Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, Paul Pierce pushing it. Ended up with SEC fines, lawsuits, still ongoing, I think.
A coin, too. Akon's big vision for Akon City.
Yeah.
That crypto never really delivered on the promises.
And the Trump meme coin. Reports of like 80% insider ownership there too, and a similar huge spike and then crash. The pattern is just, it's stark when you lay them out.
It really is.
And a common thread. Sources point out the lack of real substance with YZY. No clear tech details released, no proper governance plan, no third-party audits you'd expect for a serious project.
It's just hype.
Pretty much. And maybe the most telling part. After the crash, after all the insider talk, complete silence from Yu himself, no explanation, no reassurance, just nothing, leaving holders completely in the dark.
Yeah, that silence is often quite loud in these situations. So where does that leave YZY now? Well, market cap seems to be floating around $200 million now, according to Cryptonomist.
Yeah.
Way down from the peak. Price is somewhere around 67 cents as CoinCodex.
Yeah.
Interestingly, CoinCodex's sentiment indicator, as of late August 2025, was technically bullish, but the broader fear and greed index, more like neutral, around 53. That tells you there's still a lot of pure speculation involved.
Still gambling on it.
Pretty much. And speaking of speculation, CoinCodex has these algorithmic price predictions, which you have to take with a massive grain of salt.
Oh, yeah. What are they saying?
Short term. They actually predict another drop, maybe down to around $0.50 by late September 2025. That's another 24% down. Long term, though, the algorithms spit out numbers like $1.78 by 2026, maybe even $2.69 by 2030. Huge potential ROI if you believe the algorithm.
Maybe if.
Massive if. I really have to stress this. These are just computer models running on past price data. They don't factor in fundamentals, utility, team transparency, things often totally missing in meme coins like YZY. So view those predictions as entertainment, maybe. not financial advice. Definitely not.
Absolutely crucial disclaimer. Okay, so wrapping this deep dive up, what are the practical takeaways for listeners trying not to get burned in this wild crypto west? First off, look past the celebrity. Their fame means nothing about the project's quality. Second, check the tokenomics. Who owns the supply? Massive insider control. Run away. Third, verify the liquidity setup. Is it locked? If not, the team can pull the rug. That's a huge danger sign.
Definitely.
Fourth, demand. Real utility. What does it actually do besides generate hype? Is there a real use case? Fifth, be super suspicious of those crazy vertical price charts. That's usually pure speculation, not sustainable growth.
FOMO fuel.
Exactly. Sixth, don't just trust influencers. Do your own research. Verify everything independently. And last, but maybe most important, only invest money you can genuinely afford to lose completely. Treat it like Vegas, not your retirement fund.
Sound advice.
So that's the YZY story, a real roller coaster. Celebrity power, market frenzy, insiders, and that inevitable crash. It's just such a clear lesson, again, that brand recognition is no substitute for actual solid fundamentals in crypto. Often it's just noise.
It really is. And, watching this whole YZY thing unfold, it does make you wonder, is this cycle we keep seeing, the celebrity coin launch, the crazy surge, the inevitable crash, is it even about finance anymore? Or is it just a new kind of performance art, a spectacle designed to grab headlines and extract cash, maybe, rather than build anything lasting or truly innovative? Something to think about.